Angry Joe copied me. Yes, it's true. Angry Joe from the Angryjoeshow, the famous gaming YouTuber who I thought was a gaming boy like you and me. He's actually a content thief, and he stole my video, and he stole my hard work for his own personal monetary gain. Now you may be wondering, Nick, from the Review YouTube channel, how in the world did Angry Joe copy you? Now, this is going to take some hardcore investigation to really get to the bottom of over several years in the legal system. And I don't want to say too much, but we'll start with the obvious. Angry Joe copied me by taking my Cyebrpunk 2077 review. He stole it. Full stop. And, you know, I didn't really want to make this video, but circumstances seemed to require it, as his video initially was getting far less views than mine, has now overtaken my review, and he has become the dominant Cyebrpunk review on the search bar. So I'm just going to go through a couple of examples of how Angry Joe stole directly from me and put my ideas and my vision into his video. We'll start with simple things. The title and thumbnail. You can see that Joe was clearly inspired by my take on what a Cyebrpunk review's title and thumbnail should look like, since he stole almost exactly the text minus the little dash that I put in my title. The thumbnail, Angry Joe stole from me with the image of Angry Joe standing on the left side of the thumbnail, and the text Cyebrpunk 2077 Angry Review being written on the right side of the thumbnail. Clearly my idea, clearly my vision. He ripped it from me. He thought he could get away with it by putting a different background on it. I disagree. I think this is clearly a theft of content from me that he has taken advantage of. Moving on to other examples, it's clear that Angry Joe stole my intro, my patented thing that I made up just on the fly for this video. Let me just show you what I mean. You done fucked it up. As you can see, he patently ripped me off and stole my intro for this video. You done fucked it up. It's really sort of disgusting and unacceptable. A couple other things that he stole from me were the little live action skits that I littered throughout my video.
Welcome to Night City, citizen. You may enter the city after it downloads for 5.5 hours.
He stole those from me.
Oh hell yeah, fucking I customized my character so freaking awesomely. Like, I did this freaking katana pistol build, and I had like all these fucking upgrades, and it looked fucking amazing on my high-powered PC.
That was my idea, and then lots of the topics of his review that he chose to cover were topics that I created to talk about and cover in a Cyebrpunk review. I have a list here that we'll go through. First of all, he stole my quote, "What the fuck is this?"
What the fuck, CD Projekt Red? What the fuck, CD Projekt Red? No co-op, no multiplayer.
He stole that from me. He put that in his video when it was originally in mine.
What the fuck is this?
He took various highlights from glitches and bugs in the game, which I did first.
The game is bugged beyond belief, with textures failing to load in, physics running amok, and an apparent lack of enemy AI whatsoever.
And he put those in his.
Because before they put a bullet in you, you'll make this whole...
Including the images and videos of the low poly man.
Story? No, I don't think it is.
which I think he may have taken actually directly from my video. A couple other things that he did. He talked about The Witcher 3.
Witcher 3! It was a school legend!
Talking about The Witcher 3 is obviously something I did first. I am a very, very big fan of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Beyond that, he even made Witcher 3 sex jokes.
We gotta talk about the sex. Sex.
And showed clips from his Witcher 3 review.
Oh! What? I've been here in my office.
I used that clip of him in my Cyebrpunk review, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, and I'm a very big fan of... So the fact that he would steal that idea from me for his video is just nauseating as a small creator to be taken advantage of by such a, slightly bigger channel. Throughout the video, he steals my bit of saying incorrect things.
It pains me to know that if they had just released the game at the end of March, none of this would have happened.
Which of course I created. The story of Cyebrpunk 2077 revolves around your character, V. For Cyebrpunk reviews, he should really be investigated for this sort of theft. He mentions Gwent in his review.
Hell, there's not even a fucking Cyebrpunk equivalent to Gwent. It's a fucking amazing game. They could have done it here. It's such a huge disappointment.
Which I, of course, did first.
The lack of a Gwent-esque card game.
You guys can pretty clearly see which video was uploaded first for all of these examples. As you can see, Angry Joe just sort of stole everything that I had done in the Witcher review and copied me over a month later. So he probably saw my video and it took him about a month to recreate it in the best way that he could. Beyond his mentions of Gwent and The Witcher 3, he also stole my live-action skits. Again, I'll mention that because it looks like he stole one that was directly reminiscent of mine. I'll just play them both for comparison. That's Cyebrpunk still. As you can see, he pretty clearly stole live action skits in a review. That idea was from me. He talks about the driving in the game.
The driving in the game, it's not great.
I did that first. The driving in this game reminds me very much of the horseplay in The Witcher 3. He talks about the character creator and the genitals in the game.
The character creator, it's awesome. There's like freaking cyber junk.
I did that first. In the character creator, which is vast in most regards, there is no option to include both a penis and vagina on your character. He even goes so far as to talk about Johnny Silverhand, the character that, of course, I covered first, that maybe most people who played the game didn't even realize was in the game. He took that from me. It was sort of my discovery.
Of course, Keanu, because Keanu.
And my review of that character, he sort of copied it for his own personal gain.
The main protagonist of Cyebrpunk 2077 is Jimmy Goldfinger, played by Christian Bale.
He talks about the story quite a bit.
The quests themselves, there's some great ones.
Which, of course, I did first in my Cyebrpunk review. The story of Cyebrpunk 2077. And you're beginning to see the pattern here. Ultimately, in the end, he even went so far as to copy my review score.
It's like a 2! A fucking 2!
10 out of 10 with my badass seal of approval. And I just think that that's sort of disgusting. To further discuss this complication and this matter of ethical and journalistic integrity, I have a message from the partner that I have in this channel, Tom Reisenthal. He will be addressing the legality of these issues and talking about where we go from here. So this is it from me, Nick Ross. I hope you guys go into Angry Joe's comment section and harass him and tell him that he's a thief and a con artist who is trying to squash slightly smaller channels to rip their creative genius and money from them. Thank you all so much. Have Have a great gaming day. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Here's a message from Tom Reisenthal.